I'm so excited. I just get excited. I made it into 2023, and welcome to Monday Madness, where everything here is all about young people. And as always, you know us, we're Team Kura. And today I am super excited. Just like the very first episode, I'm together with.
Diana Bisa, y'all.
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about, a lot of things. We're going to reflect on 2022 and talk about, some of the things that we think 2023 might carry for us. So firstly, as always, how was your year? How would you describe 2022?
Oh, God. 2022 was great.
Mm,
There was the good, there was the bad,
mm.
there was the resolutions I've never got to do or change or whatever.
Yeah.
But generally, 2022 for me was a year of growth and a year of learning and, basically learning about life, learning about myself. And yeah, there was the good, there was the bad, but it was a good year, yeah.
Okay. And
How was the year for you?
I knew that was coming. Well, when my year started. Part of my year, I was back in Zim. So that part, the half of it was actually pretty amazing. And then came the second part, like July going on to I think September. That was like a depressing time because I'd set these huge goals, and it started to feel like I was not even going to achieve them.
Unrealistic goals.
Exactly. I wanted to get married, but ended up getting married to Ashley and stuff. Yeah, stuff like that. But from October going upwards, I actually had a very good year. I finished the year here in Rwanda. I actually loved it.
Oh, yeah, that's because you met me.
Ah, now you're talking. Okay. So, what are some of those goals that you set, that you achieved, and what are those goals that you set and failed to achieve, and what are some of the reasons?
Well, I would say some are, personal development, like growth. Oh,
Yeah.
I have to go to the gym, I have to get healthy, I have to get fit, I have to do this and this and this.
Yeah.
And I think along the way there was just that, there wasn't the consistency
Yeah.
that I needed. One day I would do it, the next day I wouldn't. And that was actually for the first months. But turns out in maybe like June, July,
Yeah.
the rest of the year, I completely forgot about that. So,
Oh my word.
yeah, that was like one goal. The second one was, saving. We're always talking about saving, but then again, when are you chopping life, So, yeah, there was a lot of goals, unrealistic, like you said.
Yeah.
But I think, I think consistency and planning was where I fell short, and I think that's where I'm gonna try to work on in 2023.
Well, as for me, I think one of the things that I wanted to do was to establish, elsewhere, to have this, personality career in Zim, yes, but I wanted to challenge myself and also like go and do the same thing somewhere else. I'm actually very happy. That was one of my big goals out of 3, and I actually managed to do it. My second big goal was to save.
Damn.
Exactly. My other goal was to save double figures. Didn't happen. Didn't happen, by the way.
Yeah.
As you said, we have to chop life, and then reality also bangs in.
Reality hits, bruh.
Responsibilities and all that. So yeah, I ended up not doing it. But as you said, some of the major things that I'm noticing, young people actually are struggling for is things like planning.
Yeah.
Do you know what you wake up to do? Do you have an idea of what you want to do? So some of those things are actually lacking amongst young people, which is very problematic.
Definitely, yeah. I think, we're all planning to do these great things. We set goals, we set, what we want to do for the rest of the year, but then we forget about the how to.
Exactly.
We just say, oh, I'm gonna do this, but then do you have a plan? How are you gonna do it? When do you have a timeline? Things like that. So Yeah, I think that's where most young people fall short. You know, we want to do all these things, even the unrealistic ones.
Yeah.
But even the realistic ones, we don't achieve them because of that lack of
Planning.
planning.
Yeah. You know, reflecting also on last year, two things. The first scary thing for me was the the statistics that were out, that we're talking about HIV.
Yeah.
It got me very much worried.
Why? You think you're
No, 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 not that.
Uh-huh.
I'm just because they said what 5K people get HIV per year,
Yes, annually in Rwanda, 5,000 people get infected by HIV.
and amongst those 5K, how many are young people?
1,500, and among those 1,000 are women or girls. You know.
And it was saying that these girls, research was saying that these girls are getting HIV from the older generation, and then they come and spread it in the younger generation.
Okay, so you're just saying they're like a
No, no, no. Okay, that is what the research hinted at. For me, that's worrying.
It is very worrying because if we look at young people, most of them are not, how can I say, they're not aware of this fact. You know, because I think HIV was most people were most aware of HIV in you know, back in 2010, 11 or something, because that's when people were actually pointing out, oh, this is a problem.
Yeah.
But now, you know, most young people, even there was even a research made, a lot of people are talking about it, that now young people are more afraid of getting pregnant than getting infected with HIV. So I think it's really scary.
Yeah.
It's really scary for us as young people to have that mentality as we are now in 2023. I think it's something that we need to change, because bro, it's alarming.
It's very alarming, you know, and just as a piece of advice, one day you wake up and all the pharmacies are closed. You might end up being a parent.
Don't be scaring people here. Don't be
I'm not scaring people, I'm advising people. And secondly, for me, it's the rate of, you know, how young people are not employed. For me, that's scary. I think one of the things that we also discussed on Kura last year is how young people are not working. What's your take on that?
So it's basically a fact, not even in Rwanda, but even in Africa. We have the largest percent, 70% of Africa is young people, and most of them, they are unemployed. Even the people in Rwanda that are unemployed, the highest percentage is young people. Yes, we've seen initiatives by the government. For example, in 2019, the rate was, I think it was kind of, no, in 2020 it was 23 point something percent, and in 21 it was 16.8%. But then, you know, it's starting to decrease, but there's, you know, it's still there. Many young people are not employed. Many young people don't have jobs, and it was also a problem in 2022. But again, there were initiatives, you know, different initiatives encouraging young people to innovate, encouraging young people to, you know, create that employment they're looking for through innovation, through creativity. There was even different organizations supported young people. For example, there was iAccelerator, there was Hunger Pitch, there was different incentives given to young people through RSSP and other organizations. I think, yes, there is that problem of unemployment, but if there's something that 2022 is teaching us as young people or as, you know, entrepreneurs or whatever, is there is a problem. We are the ones that are facing the consequence, but we are the ones to actually push to solve the problem.
I like that because, you know, now and again, I remember there's a professor of mine that always, his name is Namo Miripidi.
Okay, I didn't get any of that, but continue.
He always used to say one of the greatest things that young people are good at is pointing out problems, and then they sit back, and they'd always ask us, so if you point out a problem and sit back, what are you going to achieve? Are you going to be the master in complaining and just pointing out the errors? Problems are supposed to be solved. So if you're smart enough to identify a problem, be smart enough at least to tell a lot of people about this problem, or to actually try to think how you can work around it. So I think one of the things that we are doing in this 2023 is calling young people to take action. I think we started this sustainable development goal campaign last year, where we're telling young people about the goals, and we want them to be the goalkeepers. What are you doing to ensure that there's zero hunger by 2030? What are you doing to make sure that there's gender equality? So all of those things, these are things that young people need to start to ask themselves, because entrepreneurship basically is looking at a problem, you look for a solution, and you make money whilst you're doing it.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen so many young people who have got these amazing ideas, born from literally like a problem nobody would have thought of solving that in that manner. You see young people tackling, I don't know, non-communicable diseases, NSDs, with an app to monitor your health, to take care of yourself. We've seen a young person tackling food crisis or climate change with a simple tool just for irrigation. You know, I mean, young people, yes, we are the goalkeepers for the SDGs. We are the ones to solve the problem. And that's what we should, focus on in 2023. But also, I think we should also be, young people should also be the ones supporting other young people.
True.
Because when you say a person has a business or they have a startup, we're always saying the government should help them, NGOs should help them, but us as young people, we have to support our brothers, we have to support our sisters. Like in the SDG campaign, we were saying, buy local, buy from your local entrepreneurs, support your local entrepreneurs. So I think that's also something we need to do in regards to giving others opportunities by supporting young people.
I support that. And maybe to put just a stamp into it, there is need for the love for Rwanda. You need to love where you are, love where you come from. That way it's easier for you then to try to push for change. If you are just going to be like, you know what, I have a job, I'm going to work from 8 to 5, I can afford vuba on a weekend and I can chill, and you just fold your hands, while somebody out there literally cannot afford to do anything. But there's a job opportunity somewhere, and you just read this advert, you let it go, and this is not my job. You read an advert, post it for somebody else to see it. So it's little things like that that could actually start helping us. But we need to take initiative and actually love it. But in as much, I've been always seeing people saying, Kura guys, yes, we see it and we want to do it, but have you asked us why we're not doing it? Why do you think young people are laid back about this? Do you think it's a not my circus, not my monkey type of vibe? Or
that is really hard to pinpoint the reason why they don't do that. It can be a lot of things. It can be just, when you don't think something, when you don't relate to something, or if it's not something you're interested in, you just, pass by it, or there's even that, I don't know, there maybe not being aware of how many people actually need those kind of opportunities, need to know those kind of opportunities.
True.
For example, if people are registering for Hunger Pitch, and there's that friend of yours that has like a small startup, and you don't immediately think of them like, there are people registering to get funds, to get help, so you should register. So I think maybe it's that mentality of saying, I don't relate to this, so it's none of my business. But I think if we as young people come together, and if there's an opportunity, tell your friend. If something's coming, if you want to buy something, buy local, support local entrepreneurs in everything. And that's how we'll grow together as a society.
True. And as we wrap up, what do you think has in store for us as young people 2023? Now that we've been highlighting all these issues, trying to provide solutions, what else do you think we can do as we go forward?
As we go forward, I think other than highlighting the issues, as we go forward, we have to be the ones trying to solve them, and that will require us to build up skill. And you know, like we cannot depend on our own oh God. We cannot depend on our own knowledge. We have to, you know, we have to find skills, see what the market is demanding. We have to, you know, try to seek out all these opportunities that are placed there for us. If it's not coming to you, bro, you have to get up and go find it and
Facts.
seize the
Facts.
bloody moment.
You know, motivation speaker.
Right?
I see you. I see you.
Yeah, we have to seize the moment. We have to get equipped, get the skills, get the knowledge, get everything that you need, and seize the moment.
True. You know, and you know, as we also get into 2023, just to, you know, just a heads up for young people, there are going to be things like education first. We're going to link up with people. We're going to be linking up young people with Tourism Inc. So it's a matter of, do you want to? If you want to, come and join us.
Yes.
We are for those young people who actually want to be active, who want to push change, who want to see, you know, all of the other young people employed, who want to see, you know, the national GDP grow and all that. That is what we are about at Kura. So as we, you know, as we close, what are some of your New Year resolutions?
Oh my God.
Do you have this New Year, New You vibe?
No, I don't have this New Year, New Me vibe. You know, we unsubscribe to that whole mentality and narrative. You know, we have to go in. We are actually in 2023 as us, carrying the baggages of what we learned, our failures, our mistakes, our successes, our achievements.
Yes.
And we keep going. We're moving forward with all that, and that's what makes us who we are. And there's no need to. Who would we be if we erase those kind of things and become a new person, something that has never existed and never been created? So for me, I think my resolution is to, you know, plan things, be consistent, and learn some more. And for you guys watching us, so you have to be part of the Kura community. We have to be, you know, in this 2023 together, growing together, and achieving whatever that we want to achieve together as one.
Fact. Well, my New Year resolutions are, number one, plan, of course. And I'm going to carry over that New Year resolution that I failed to achieve the past year. I'm going to try and save. But I think my biggest resolution this year is to make sure that we have a plethora of young people coming on to Kura. Because this is a young people-centered community. So as we start this 2023, you got to follow us.
Damn, true.
You have to be part of us.
Monday Madness.
We out.